Welcome to the Kanji recap. Today we have days of the week, so let's get started. Let's start with moon or Monday. The kanji for moon comes from a pictogram of a crescent moon. Pretty straightforward, right? This kanji used to be related to the kanji for evening, and they were even interchangeable at some point, as they came from a very similar pictogram. Now, there is something very important you need to know about this kanji. It could also be used as a radical, but it only exists on the right-hand side, as in the case of term and bright. If you find it on the left-hand side, it is not moon. It is the radical for flesh, as in the words skin and stomach. Also, please do not confuse this kanji with the kanji to utilize. Just always remember the crescent shape. The main kun reading is tsuki, which once again, it means moon. As for the on reading, we have gatsu, as in ishigatsu, or January. And the other on reading, getsu, as in kongetsu, or this month. One last note, this kanji has 4 strokes, and it is a JLPT M5 level. So, next time you see the crescent moon, just remember this kanji shape. We continue with fire or Tuesday. The kanji for fire was a representation of a fire burning with 3 peaks of flames. The kanji for fire has 2 different versions for radicals. The first one is the same as the kanji. We can see it in the words lamp, flame, and furnace. The second version has 4 dots. This will always be found at the bottom of the kanji. The examples are illuminate, roast, and black. Please do not confuse the kanji of fire with the kanji of water. The kanji of fire has 3 flames. The kun reading is hi. As an example, we have hibana or spark. As for the on reading, we have ka. Some examples are kazan or volcano and kayobi or Tuesday. Yes, that's right. Tuesday is the day of fire. Fun fact. The kanji fire by itself cannot be used as the word fire. The word fire, kaji, is composed of fire plus thing. So watch out when you need to use this word. One last note. This kanji has 4 strokes and it is a JLPT M5 level. Soon enough, your brain will be in fire with all these kanjis. Next, we have water or Wednesday. The kanji for water comes from a pictogram of water flowing, similar to when water comes out of the tap with some possible splashes. When water becomes a radical, it takes a minimalistic look, which is pretty much just 3 lines. You can see this radical in words such as alcohol, swim, and pond. The only kun reading is mizu, which means water, also found in the word mizugi, which means bathing suit. As for the on reading, it is only sui. It can be found in the words sui-e, which means swimming, or sui-teki, which means drop of water. One last note. This kanji has 4 strokes and it is a JLPT N5 level. And a quick reminder to always stay hydrated. Let's move on with tree or Thursday. The kanji for tree is the pictogram of a tree which originally showed branches on top and roots on the bottom. When this kanji acts as a radical, it gives the meaning of tree or wood. The examples we have is table, utsukue, grove, hayashi, and forest, mori. Fun fact, there are 2 special kanjis that came from tree. The first one is not yet, which shows a short horizontal line on top, giving the meaning of a tree that hasn't fully grown yet. The second one is end, which shows a longer horizontal line on top, giving the meaning of a fully mature tree. Do not confuse tree with book although the kanji of book was originally the kanji of tree showing its roots, hence the small horizontal line on the bottom. The kun reading is ki, which again it means tree. As for the on reading, we have moku, as in the word mokuyobi, or Thursday. You can see the kanji tree by itself in a Japanese calendar to denote Thursday. One last note, this kanji has 4 strokes and it is a JLPT M5 level. I hope you enjoy your Thursdays surrounded by trees. How about gold or Friday? This kanji for gold was formed with the kanji of soil plus 2 dots to represent the metal nuggets. When this kanji is used as a radical, it actually gives the meaning of metal. We can see it in the examples of silver, gin, iron, tetsu, and copper, do. Fun fact, the kanji for gold was chosen as the 2024 kanji in Japan. The characters symbolize Japan's gold medals at the Olympic Games as well as Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani's golden year. Do not confuse the kanji of gold with the kanji of too much. Just remember the soil underneath the gold. The kun reading is kane, using the word okane to mean money. As for the on reading, we have kin, as in the word kinyobi or Friday. You can see the kanji gold by itself in the Japanese calendar. One last note, this kanji has 8 strokes and it is a JLPT M5 level because, well, money is kind of important thing, isn't it? Next is soil or Saturday. The kanji for soil was a pictogram of a lump of soil on the ground. Eventually, the black dot in the middle became a vertical stroke. The kanji for soil can also act as a radical. The examples we have is ground, chi, slope, saka, and castle, shiro. Do not confuse the kanji soil with the kanji samurai. Can you see the difference? The top horizontal stroke is shorter in the soil kanji. As for the on reading, we have do, as in the word doyobi or Saturday. You can see just the kanji by itself in the Japanese calendar to denote Saturday. Fun fact, there is one word that uses a different reading for this kanji and it is the word omiyage. Omiyage is often translated as souvenir and it is composed of soil and products to refer to local products. In Japan, you are expected to purchase omiyage whenever you travel. One last note, this kanji has 3 strokes and it is a JLPT M5 level. I hope you enjoy your Saturday, or should I call it Day of the Soil? Finally, we have sun or Sunday. This kanji is the pictogram of a sun. The original form was more rounded than the current kanji. Also, a line was added in the center to distinguish it from similar characters. When the kanji for sun acts as a radical, it gives the meaning of sun or time. The examples we have are daybreak, dawn, time, ji, and bright, May. Fun fact, the Chinese character for sun and the Egyptian hieroglyph for the sun share a similar visual representation. Essentially, they were both inspired by the same basic visual concept of the sun in the sky. Do not confuse the kanji sun with the kanji sei. If you look closely, the middle line in the kanji sei is not fully closed. The on reading is nichi and the kun reading is hi. We can see both readings being used in the word nichiyobi or Sunday. Watch out! This kanji has multiple readings, so it is important to verify the reading when you see this kanji. Some examples are kyo, today, senjitsu, the other day, nikki, diary, mikka, 3 days. One last note, this kanji has 4 strokes and it is a JLPT M5 level. I hope you take the time to learn this kanji with its many readings. Now, I got a challenge for you all. What is the meaning of this word? Type it in the comments. And that's it for today's lesson. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Yay!